Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. I'm here with my fellow host,
I'm Jack.
and today we are going to be discussing the Game Awards. Um, and, or rather, the Expedition 33 Awards. Oh my gosh, that was insane. So, for the record, Jack only saw, like, how long were you there for? Maybe like an hour, give or take?
About an hour, yeah.
And that thing was like, and it was about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I started this. I was streaming for about 4 hours, um, of the to basically first discuss some things I would like to see, some things I want, some other things, but yeah, some things I expected to see, and it was long. It was a long stream, and it was by the end of it, at least and I think a lot of people were really, really freaking tired of it because every single award that um that Expedition 33 got nominated for, they won. And it was insanity. Like best debut indie game, best indie game, freaking best direction, sound design, score, all these things, which personally I think that many of those awards should have gone to other people. Um, it was absolutely insanity, um, and I think and even like actors, they got nominated 3 freaking times for actor. Um, Meanwhile, I think maybe one of the other games had multiple, but I don't think it was. I don't think that there was actually. Let me see here. Uh, Nomination. Where was it? Best performance. Yeah. So I think. Yeah. So they won three. Or they were nominated. Three of their actors were nominated for Expedition for best performance, and it was so telling because the actors who played um, the main character of Ghost of Yote, she was eating popcorn as the nomination as the awards were being cast, or as the award was being announced. She was just so knew that she wasn't going to win it, and then just because Expedition 33 had three of them, um, and it was insane. Um, and it's so insane to me that one of their actors for Expedition 33 didn't even come. Granted, Charlie Cox is an extremely busy actor, especially considering the fact that Daredevil is happening right now. He's doing a lot of stuff for that, so it's understandable that he wasn't there. Um, but everyone else, but the winner was was so not ready for it. I think she knew that one of them was gonna win it because three of them were nominated, but she didn't expect herself to be the one to get it. So yeah, and that's yeah. I don't know. There was so much with it, and like I said, they were not. I think I've heard a few conflicting things, but I think they won like 9 awards, is what it was. So the only award that they were nominated for, but they didn't actually win, was Player's Voice, and uh, that was basically all of the top games, and I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like one of the independent games. Um, that won that. I don't remember because they don't actually show that stuff. They didn't actually have the person come up on stage, but that was like the one award that they didn't win. And personally, I think it was because of the fact that people did probably a lot of people were like, okay, they're gonna win almost every award. Let's vote for something else for the for player voice, because yeah, um, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of things, and it's just it was insanity. Um, and it's also insane because like a lot of the nominations for a lot of the different categories were the same group of people. Um, Expedition 33, like I said, they were in a lot of them. Death Stranding was in a lot of them. Hades 2 was in a lot of them. Silk Song was in a lot of them. Ghost of Yote was in a lot of them. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was in a lot of them. And yeah. I don't know. It was whatever. But I don't know. Also, like, I don't think I don't think either of us knew any of the games that won for any of the other categories. Do you remember any of them?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. Best audio design went to Battlefield 6 out of which was that was the other one that Expedition 33 didn't win. So I guess there was a second one that they didn't win. But at the same time, I feel like best audio design is kind of odd because I don't know about exactly what Battlefield 6 is like, but it feels weird that one audio design. I don't know. Innovation in accessibility was a Doom game. Games for Impact was South of Midnight, which actually when they were doing the talk about it, that actually did look like a really interesting game. I don't think that we would we didn't play it. Oh, and also Best Ongoing went to No Man's Sky again, which big surprise.
Right? Seriously.
I feel bad for Marvel Rivals though, because like it got nominated for that award. And yet it came out after the nominees last year. So it feels a bit mean that it had to that it got nominated for Best Ongoing and it didn't even win, considering the fact that it's brand new. So I don't know. I feel kind of bad for it. Also, but No Man's Sky is actually a good example of one of the things that I felt was wrong with this is that I think that after a while, a game shouldn't even be nominated for an award. Like let's say, let's use Expedition 33 for an example. 9 different 12 different nominations, 9 wins just seems absolutely absurd. It basically was just pure insanity. And yeah, I don't know. It felt just bizarre. I don't know. It's and then the same thing actually goes for No Man's Sky. As much as No Man's Sky has done really good things when it came to as it's been going, and has continued to improve significantly, I feel like it shouldn't be nominated for an award anymore. It's won pretty much ongoing since it came out. Like I think it took a year before it was before it got nominated for ongoing, because it was bad its first year, but they've improved it significantly ever since. So it might have taken a little bit of time, but now they're winning every award that they go for every time that they come up. So yeah. Oh, also, can we talk about the fact that the frickin' Horse Girl game won Best Mobile? Like, what the fuck? Gamers really are horny. Let's just, yeah. Even for Horse Girls, it's just, that's just sad. That's just sad to me. What do you think?
I agree.
I don't know. It's just bizarre. Um. Oh. Okay. So the VR game, I wasn't 100% certain what won. But it was the game that I was actually hoping would win. It was the Midnight Walk, which was that horror game that is stop motion. Um. I was thinking that it was going to be the Deadpool game, but no, it was the actual it was the one that made sense actually. So yeah. Um. I was actually I think I talked about this when that game first came when that game was first announced, is that if it hadn't been VR, I probably would have played it. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There's some. I guess that some of the games did actually. Some of the other big games did actually win some things, which is good. Um, like Hades 2 apparently won action game. Silk Song won action adventure, and so yeah, I guess that's fine. But oh, and Donkey Kong won family, so yeah, I don't know. There was a lot with it. Also, Mario Kart won racing, which I was kind of thinking that it was going to be Sonic Racing, honestly. Um, because a lot of people were talking about how that's such a good game and blah 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 blah. It was basically Smash Bros, but for racing games. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. It's whatever. Um, in terms of the games that were announced, way too many were horror games. I think we say that every year. Because for pretty much every single one of these things, why are horror games so freaking popular? It's insane. I think we talked about this during the stream. And it's like, because of freaking Markiplier and other people with FNAF, it's like everyone expects that, oh, horror games are going to be like the thing. Everyone's going to play them, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I don't even think that, like, of all of the nominations, I think only one of them was a horror game. Or, no, I think two of them were horror games this year. I don't even remember.
I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember exactly which ones, but like Midnight Walk is a horror game, which won its award. And I think I think Avowed, which was nominated for best RPG, that might have been a horror game. Oh, and I guess Death Stranding is technically a horror game. It's just such a weird game that I just. Yeah. Okay, so there were a few. There were a few that were horror games. But comparatively, horror does not get nominated for awards. And yet, like, so many were just insane. And then also, Larian Studios is coming out with a new game, which is that's the company that made Baldur's Gate 3. And supposedly they've been like updating Baldur's Gate 3 ever like since it came out. So, yeah. Which is pure insanity. I don't know. I should play it at some point, but it's just like one of those games that you kind of want to be very cautious with. Because yeah. Because it's very mature. It is very mature. It's kind of on the same. It's kind of the same reason why I don't want to play freaking Dispatch on like a stream or on a or even on a video, because I feel like I'd have to censor it significantly. But yeah, I don't know. The trailer for the new Larian game, I think it was called Divinity. It was so freaking mature. I was like, I think Quixote even said in the chat, "Ayo," because Like some of the scenes there were just like, that's a bit disturbing. That's like too much for even what I would consider M. So I haven't seen like an AO game in so long, but yeah. Have you seen any? What was the last AO game that you remember ever seeing something about it?
I don't. Honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah. Like, granted, a lot of AO games are often like not publicized.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah, but like, it was a bit gratuitous. Yeah, that was, yeah. I don't know. Like, I was looking away from it because it was like too much for me. So I think that they probably should do that. They should probably come back on it. But I think my statement that I made to you off stream after the awards is actually the kind of the most telling about the whole Game Awards experience. Is this Game Awards is going to do one of two things. It's either going to make the Expedition 33 sales plummet, or it's going to make them get boosted. And there's no in between. Boosted significantly, or it's going to plummet. And like I feel like there were because the Christmas has been out for a while. People have been prepping for Christmas. Anyone who was, I don't think we should put any Christmas things. Anyone who's buying Expedition 33 for Christmas in the count. So wait until like January, and then see what happens with Expedition 33's sales, and watch them plummet, because it's kind of insane. A game should not be this Game Awards just was absolutely insane. But yeah, and yeah, when it came to also, how do you feel about the most anticipated being freaking GTA 6 2 years in a
I knew
row?
it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be that. As soon as I saw that it was nominated, I was like, you know, it's gonna be GTA 6 because it's got to be the meme. It's the meme.
Yeah. And I don't know. There's just like some things with that, and it's just kind of disturbing. I don't know. GTA 6 is just, yeah. I don't really care about I have never played a GTA game. Let that be on the record. Have you?
Yes.
You did. Okay. I'm assuming 5.
No, much older.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's kind of surprising. Like Vice City or what?
I don't remember what it was, but I was little.
Okay. To be fair, a lot like the earlier GTAs were not that bad comparatively, but yeah. I I like to say to people, I never played GTA, but I did play the child-friendly version. Oh my gosh. That's actually kind of insane. But yeah, I consider Lego City Undercover to be the GTA, the child-friendly GTA.
That's fair.
It's so much like it. Like, you play that, you got the basic idea of it, except that you're not like stealing cars, you're taking them for police work. I don't know. You're a police officer in that, but yeah. So GTA, I don't know. Honestly, I was kind of expecting after the trailer that dropped for Wolverine, that Wolverine would get boosted. I also think that Witcher 4. I actually would like to play Witcher 4 and Wolverine. Those two for the anticipated. Those are on my my top. One of those I think should have won. because I'm excited for Wolverine, and Witcher 4 looks really cool. Um, I think a lot of people, when it comes to Witcher, some of the comments that people have made about Witcher 4 just are kind of absurd to me. Because people consider Ciri ugly in that, which is just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to like the trailers and stuff for the various different games, I think the things that really stood out to me were the two Star Wars games, which I think you saw one of them. It was the racing game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The other one was like really early. There wasn't a whole lot of information about it, but it looks like you're going to be playing as a Jedi. Um, and I don't remember exactly what it was. In fact, here, let me see. I don't know. There was also like a dog game where you played as a like early on in the thing was a game where you're gonna play as a sheepdog, and it's gonna be like an open world game, and that looked really fun actually. I don't remember what exactly it was, but yeah. But yeah, I think mm, I don't know. Yeah, the for I don't know. It was so early. I don't remember what the Star Wars game was called. Um, but yeah, it was looking interesting to say the least. It was they were kind of working it so that it could have been like just some standard sci-fi game and not necessarily Star Wars. But then as soon as you see the player the character, you were just like, oh, it's Star Wars. It's for sure Star Wars. Um, and then the lightsaber goes. And it's yep, there it is. And there was like no actual information. I don't think. Um, but yeah. Also, didn't Doug Bowser like retire or something? I thought he did.
He did.
Okay, so he took the award as like kind of his last hurrah, or what?
Yeah.
Okay, because yeah, he won. They won an award, and then he took it, and I was like, the fuck? I thought you retired. But I guess they were doing. Yeah, they were probably doing something along the lines of like, hey, thank you so much for all of your hard work being here for so long, and being such a good member of the team. We're gonna let you be the last one to. We're gonna have you. If there is an award, please go to this and accept it because yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't. It was just kind of interesting, but yeah, I don't remember all of the different trailers. There wasn't a whole lot. There were a few Nintendo trailers, and that's like I think that's actually the easier thing to look at. Because there were so many. Let me actually take a look at this because that would actually be kind of helpful. So yeah, there was obviously certain games are coming to the Switch. Oh, Phasmophobia is coming to the Switch too, which is just kind of insane to think about.
I don't know what that is.
So Phasmophobia is basically this game. As far as I'm aware, it was only on Steam for like the longest time, and it is a horror game, but it's basically about trying to figure out what ghost is attacking the specific area. And I kind of wanted to play it at some point, but it's also like a multiplayer game, so it's not exactly like an easy game to play solo. Um, but it's coming to the Switch too, and I'm like, huh. Like this is one of those horror games that I would actually be kind of wanting to try out because the whole point of it is like you put out different things and you're trying to figure out what ghost is here, and then you're getting it ready so that people so that exorcists can come in and then deal with said ghost.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like obviously you can die, and from what I've seen, it's actually one of the tamer horror games. Um, like obviously there are like things that are running around and stuff like that, and it can be creepy, but it looks actually kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll see how we'll see what happens. Um, I think that might be a discussion that we discuss later on whether or not we should play it once it comes out to the Switch. Um, Obviously, they had a trailer for Metroid Prime, which is already out. They had a trailer for Lego Batman. And I think that's... Oh! Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. That was what the game was. That was for the first Star Wars game, which I'm actually really excited for. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's actually gonna be really fun to play because it's back in the Old Republic, and we get so little in the Old Republic. And I think it's really telling, because if Fate of the Old Republic is coming out now, I think that's something that a lot of people have kind of like left the Old Republic as, is this still canon? Because it hasn't been. Like a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's not canon anymore because of Disney, and I'm just like, but it could be. It's like 3,000 years ago. Like there's no reason to leave it out at this point. So yeah, I think that with Fate of the Old Republic, it might be something that's gonna make all of the Old Republic games be labeled as these are canon now. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. My guess is that it's probably a game that takes place after the MMO, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, also, Out of Words got a trailer, which I'm actually kind of thrilled about that. It looks so cute and so fun. The only problem is that it is a game that you have to play as two players. Much like games like frickin' It Takes Two and so on and so forth. There's so many of those. But it's one. Yeah, I think if I think that looks like a fun game that a lot of people will enjoy. Orbitals looked really fun. That was a classic anime look, and it just I kind of would love to play that. And then also with Marvel Rivals, they did a trailer revealing that Deadpool is coming in season 6, which that's gonna be fun. Oh, playing in the murk with a mouth.
That's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be really awesome. I'm hoping that they will reveal that it's coming to the Switch soon, but I don't know when, if ever, because it's just, yeah. I would love to see that, but yeah. If it is gonna come to the Switch, it's probably gonna be like, if they're going to announce it, it's probably gonna be right before the season 6 starts. Or it's not going to be until season 7, because they're not going to release it in an off season, which is kind of sad.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you, it's on PC, so technically yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. I think it's funny at this point how few games are like even considered when it comes to the Switch coming to the Switch. like the Switch 2 is a very powerful console. It's I don't know if it should be classified as on the same level as the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox whatever Xbox Series consoles, but
It's pretty close.
it's pretty dang close. It can play a lot of the games, and it has some exclusives that would are pretty much people thought, oh, that can't come to the Switch if it comes out. So yeah, I don't know. It feels weird to me. It feels very weird that they're not doing that. But yeah. So I want to talk about something else though. And that is games that didn't show up at the Game Awards. Oh boy. So there are a lot of games that players have been wanting for a while. Let's focus on Square for a sec. So there are two games that Square has confirmed they are in the works, they are coming, and we have no information. Those being Kingdom Hearts 4 and Final Fantasy 7, the third part of it, whatever it's going to be called. But the remake trilogy that they're working on. So far we have 1 and 2 of the 7 remake, and we need the third one, whatever it's going to be. And it's going to be the final version. It's going to be the final game of this series. We have no information whatsoever about it. We just know that it is coming. We don't know when. We don't know. We haven't seen a single trailer for it at all. And then with Kingdom Hearts 4, they got the announcement trailer 4 years ago, and there has been nothing since. And it drives me freaking crazy.
That makes sense.
But yeah, the game, like, we know it's coming. It is coming at some point. They did so much merch and shit for Final Fantasy IX this year, and like everyone was expecting, okay, there's got to be a remake coming because you're going off on so much merch, and then just no announcement whatsoever, and fans are just like, so where is it? And this was the last chance that this year for any games to get announced, and it feels like a lot of things just weren't. And I've said before that there are certain games that I would love to see at some point show up as like a remake or a remaster, or hey, bring this into the modern era in some way, shape, or form. Like there is one of the best Mega Man games, and it is exclusively on the PS1. You cannot get it on any console currently. It is not on the. It has never been on the PS2. It was never on the PS3. It was never on the PS4. It's still not on the PS5. You can search Mega Man Legends, which is the name of that game, and it will never pop up on any console. And even if honestly, the fans of this game just want it ported so that it can be on something besides the PS1. Like, granted, you can play it on the PS2 at better quality, sure, but it's never been ported, and that's something that a lot of any fan who has played it would just like a port and a sequel. Give us the third one, because it was meant to. They set it up for a third game, and it has never gotten one, and yeah, it's basically a cult following at this point. But yeah, it drives me crazy. And I know it drives a lot of people crazy. But I don't. Also, another thing is like, I don't think Square was there at all, actually. So, yeah. I think like there was someone there as a representative for Final Fantasy 14, but when it comes to like the awards that it was nominated for, like Baldur's Gate usually wins community support, and freaking No Man's Sky wins freaking ongoing every year, and it's insane. I think technically community support has been won by freaking No Man's Sky before, but yeah. I'm glad though that Fortnite did not win any of its awards. Good, because fuck Fortnite. And its stupidity with the AI. But yeah, I don't know. There's just so much with this. I don't know. Is there what of the trailers that you saw, did anything stand out to you?
Honestly, I don't remember most of the trailers.
Fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think my biggest concern is, like I said, the horror aspect. The fact that so many games at these things are horror games is just like, why? I don't know. Like we don't play horror games really. I think I've played a few. Specifically, I've played the Last of Us. I've played both. I've played the first one, and I think do I have the second one? I might have the second one. I don't know. I've also played Returnal. I've played a few games that are horror adjacent, but we don't really do that all that much. And I think that they really should calm down on that front. Oh yeah, this was what I wanted to see. Yeah, so when it came to the player's voice games, look, it was the Wuthering Waves. I have no idea what game that is. Do you know anything about that?
Nope.
Okay, let me take a look here. What is this game? Because it looks like it's just a freaking online game. Or it's just like not an online game. It's an anime game. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, it's a freaking phone game? Okay, it's on PlayStation, but it's like... Fucking heck. Yes, I did say that. That kind of goes to my freaking... I don't know. That's insane. It's a freaking phone game. Why was this nominated? Why did this get a win? It's just a freaking standard... It's on the same level as Genshin Impact. Like, what the fuck? Well, Genshin Impact also was there, so... I don't know. Generic anime games, I hate them. I really do. And I like anime, and I hate the generic anime games. Things from Hoyoverse, things from... I guess this is from Kuro Games or whatever. I hate those games so much. They're so freaking dumb. And they're freaking gacha games, which is just even worse. So, I don't know. I hate gacha games. They're so dumb. Like you should have given it to like even for the player's voice thing. Honestly, I would have been fine if it had been Expedition 33 over that. A freaking a freaking anime game. What the fuck? Like Silk Song or Dispatch or Expedition 33, any of those would have been fine. In fact, honestly, any game from the list, I would have been more fine with when it came to player's voice than a freaking game like that. I don't know. I hate those. I hate them so much. What was the online game actually? That was best multiplayer. Oh, that was a shooter game that won that. I'm surprised Peak didn't win that, actually, because a lot of people loved Peak. But also, like, all of the multiplayer games, I have no idea anything about them. So, maybe it makes sense. But, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So, I don't know. It's bizarre. But now that we've given our gripes, what do you think should have won Game of the Year of all the games that you played this year? Oh well, besides not the songs that you've seen, Silksong, yes, of all of the games that were nominated, it should have won because it broke the internet. People, it broke the fucking internet. You don't get that from any of the others. Like, yes, Expedition 33 was a huge success. It did so well, and it is good that it did well. Because it does mean... I'm hoping that will actually make certain game companies realize, hey, you can do frickin' turn-based combat, and it's not a problem. I think that was one thing that... I think that is the big thing that people wanted from that, is like, hey, let this game be so insane that it's gonna make people rethink the idea of, oh, turn-based combat is for older games, blah 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 blah. And then Expedition 33 came in and was like, nope, here you go, here's the best game of the year, supposedly. But yes, so of the games that you've played though this year, what would you say should have won? Not looking at the Game Awards stuff.
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't played any games. I played Locomoto and I played Legend ZA, and that's pretty much all the new games I've played.
Fair. Yeah. So I've obviously played a lot more new games. And I played Donkey Kong, I played Once Upon a Katamari, I played Legend ZA, I played Ghost of Yotei, and a few others. I feel like there was something else that I played that was really good. But I can't remember what it was. I would say that of all of the games that I've played this year, Ghost of Yotei should have won. I am pissed that it didn't win a single one of the awards that it was nominated for.
That makes sense. It sounded like a good game.
It's such a good game. I should send you the soundtrack on Spotify. Because it's so good. The music is just incredible, and it's not necessarily music that you would listen to just like out and about. But as you're playing through the game, the music of it, and it really it's a game that feels like it is about music. And to me, that is really telling. Because as she's going through her story, she is learning she's gaining songs, and basically you're learning to play the songs for throughout the game. And while these songs do have like purposes and stuff throughout the game, to a certain degree, I would say that the game is literally about someone who is trying to figure out, okay, what do I do once I have actually finished up with my the story? What do I do once I am no longer seeking vengeance? And to a certain and with that, she learns all of this music, and we hear the music of the game, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And to a certain, and I see this as like, once she is no longer someone who is fighting to kill off these monsters who or basically get revenge for the murder of her family. What does she do from then on? And she chooses to play music and to take care of her niece, who is who loses her father by the end of the game. Sorry for spoilers. But it is it is a beautiful game, and it's so beautiful. Honestly, I'm annoyed it wasn't nominated for Game of the Year. In fact, I'm actually annoyed that Donkey Kong was nominated for Game of the Year. Like, it's fine that I think it won Family, right? Yeah, it won the Family Award, which I'm fine for that. I like the other games personally. I think like any of the others would have been better. Um, but it was a good game. It was a really good game. It's just like I would have gone for something else. Especially, I don't think that it should have been nominated for Game of the Year at all. I think that it should have been replaced with Ghost of Yotei. And I think that the only reason that it wasn't is just because of the fact that it uh, ended that it came out so late. Because that came out in October. But it's a beautiful game. Play Ghost of Yotei if you haven't yet. Obviously you can't, but please, anyone who can, play Ghost of Yotei. It was such a beautiful game. In fact, honestly, I would also say play Donkey Kong Bonanza. It wasn't. Like I said, I don't think it should have won any award, but yeah. Oh, yeah. We didn't really talk about Mario Kart actually at all. Like
Yeah,
we
I
both
have
played
to
that.
get going soon, but no.
Yeah, but yeah, we should. I think that of the games that we played, that we both played, probably that or ZA should have won. Oh, but anyways, I think that's probably a good spot for us to call. Anyways, um, any last thoughts before we go?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. Check out some other games. Honestly, play every game that was nominated because if you think that you would enjoy them, because a lot of them were good. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja. He's been Jack, and we will see you guys next time. But on.